Good evening, everyone. ICA Pragya Jain on behalf of Professional Skill Enrichment Committee. ICA welcome all the participants in today's webcast, Active Listening, the silent superpower every CA needs. Today, I welcome to today's resource person, CA Sonal Sabuji, and other present over here. And welcome, Sonal ji. And this is my great privilege to introduce her in today's webcast. CA Sonal Sabu is a certified performance and transformation coach by International Coaching Federation USA with a rich background in chartered accountancy, in business mentorship, and in education. With over 18 years of diverse experience in a metal mining giant, she is a practicing chartered accountant, an educator, an entrepreneur, coach, and presently working as a director at Dhruv Coaching Classes Private Limited. She is specializing in helping individual and organization unlock their potential and achieve their goals through strategic coaching and mentorship. Due to her passion, she is associated with the organization like Cherry Blair Foundation, WEAC, Mentor Together, etc. Once again, we welcome you, Sonal ji, and please start today's webcast. Over to you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me opportunity presenting for over here a very critical skill for being a chartered accountant, and that is active listening. Thank you so much, Sambit sir. Thank you so much, Pragya ma'am, and thank you so much other people who are available here. So now, today's topic is active listening, your silent superpower. We are chartered accountants, master in numbers. We know that how to save the text to the clients, how to do the best reporting, how to do the compliances, how to save the clients from any non-compliance, and so many things. And we are very expert in the core, in the domain which we have studied through our chartered accountancy, which we are practicing, or if we are in a job, or if we are in a business. But in today's world, the most important thing is the client retention or a development of a new client. And for that, I am here talking about a very crucial skill, that is active listening. So from being a good chartered accountant to a great chartered accountant, what tool we need? A Kelsey, a spreadsheet, or some software? Or if I would say that, no, the most crucial skill is our ears. Would you believe? So in next 2-hour session, we are going to talk about the skill of the active listening. Now, whenever we are in a client conversation, we always think that how to maintain a client, how to increase our network. Because being a practicing chartered accountant, our survival is based on the clients. And if we are in a job, we need a good relationship among the people we are in. So before starting the session, I would like to tell you a story. Suppose there is a Mr. Sharma who is a small business owner and is your client, is a long-term client since, for example, 10 or 12 years. And for his quarterly financial books of accounts review, he usually come to your office. This time also he come to your office for a routine chat. Being a chartered accountant, you start talking in a manner like, great, your numbers are increasing, your profit ratio is increasing, your sale is increasing. But still, you are observing that that person is not showing that excitement which you are showing. Being a typical chartered accountant, you keep talking about the numbers, and you say that Sharma ji, you are doing great, your profit number is increasing, your books are showing great performance. But somewhere a chartered accountant, a different chartered accountant who is having the skills of the years, he would say that, Sharma ji, I am talking to you about your numbers. You are doing great. Profit is increasing. Sale is increasing. But somewhere your body language is not support that. You are looking a bit worried and concerned. What is that? And suddenly what you did? You gave a space to that person to talk about what is the real concern in the real context. Because whatever the profit numbers are showing, that is a fact that is available on table, and you and that Mr. Sharma both can see this. But the real context, today, why he came to you, what he wanted to talk about you. Once you say that, Sharma ji, are you looking worried? What about that? What happened? You just gave a space and he started sharing that my son wanted to join my business. He's IITN. I wanted him to do a job, but he wanted to join my business. I think it's a small business. What he will do in it? And when he completed IIT, I'm myself thought that I would retire in next 4 or 5 years. Now I'm worried what to do. Now, what you did, now you became a real advisor. Now you can support him in a management or somewhere in your experience. Or if in this area, suppose if you can't help, at least you gave opportunity to that person who is sharing his thoughts with you. And you know what happened? Your transaction relationship will be converted into trusted relationship. So today we are going to talk about in this webinar a very crucial skill, that is active listening. And I would say this is a silent superpower. This is a silent superpower which we are having. So in a today's world, in a corporate world, this active listening is very, very important. So if we talk about active listening, it's about being a better chartered accountant, better colleague, a better person at home. And in the next 2 hours, you can see that how this one skill will change everything. And that is active listening. And sometimes it happens that even we also think that sometimes we puzzle, we are worried, we are anxious, we are overwhelmed. That time we don't get the advice. We need that at least one person should be there who listen to us without judgment. So, first of all, we have to understand what is the active listening. So, whenever I'm talking about the active listening, there are 4 steps of active listening. First, listen and understand. Whenever you are listening to someone, you just listen and understand what other person wants to say. And when I'm saying that you listen and understand what other person is saying, means I'm talking about a surface. You just getting the input with what other person is giving to you. On the next step, you are inquire. What is the purpose of inquiring? Whenever you are listening someone, when you are understanding what other person is saying, The next scope is inquiring. Just ask what, how it is about, what more you want to talk about, what is there, what is the real context, what is your real worry, why you are getting anxious. Next, summarize. Means when you listen, understand, if you are not getting, you inquired that what other person is saying, and on a third step, you are summarizing, you are paraphrasing. Means in your words, you are saying in a short manner that what other person is saying. Means whatever I am getting, is it right? You want to say the same thing, or is there something else? And the last one is acknowledge the other's perspective. Because you will be a good consultant only when you understand what is other person's perspective. So just listen, understand, inquire, summarize, and after that, acknowledge the other person's perspective. Now, in a technical word, what is the active listening? So active listening is just more about hearing. It's about understanding the speaker's full message according to your thing, what you are getting. It includes focusing on a body language. Means in our example, that chartered accountant picked up the nuances, picked up the body language, picked up the said mood of Mr. Sharma, the body language. Voice tone and underlying emotion. Sometimes in our daily routine life, we usually see that the person is saying something, but body language is otherwise. Some person is sharing a happy news, but the body language is not aligning with that happy news. And voice tone. Your voice tone makes the difference at all. And it involves summarizing, reflecting, and refraining from judgment or a quick advice. Means whenever you are in an active listening mode, we don't jump onto the judgment, we don't jump to advice. First we listen, then we inquire, then we summarize what the other person is saying, are we getting right? And the last one, acknowledge the other perspective. Only that we can advise. Because our chartered accountancy is not the numbers, it is just beyond the numbers. It's about the relationship, it is about the trust, it's about the networking, it's about the client retention, and so many things. Now, let's talk about the personal and professional advantages and how it matters for a CA. So whenever I talk about the personal and professional advantage, it means sometimes what happens that whenever we are get into the social gathering, when we are into some professional meetings, it happens that in a meeting we are speaking, but we think that other person is just visiting with its pen or mobile or something. And we think that we can see that the other person is not actively listening. And whenever we talk about the word active listening, it is just a more than listening. It is just a more than listening. Because, okay, so first thing I would like to share, all know that it is a Ganesh Chaturthi today. It's a Ganesh Ji's birthday, it's a Ganesh Ji's festival. And the Ganesh Ji's appearance is a unique in its own terms. It's a unique. Ganesh Ji is a unique god. And unique, Ganesh Ji's every body part, every context gives a different message. And as well, the big ears. Have you ever noticed that why Lord Ganesha have a big ears? So whenever you, so whosoever are available here, can anyone tell me in a chat box that what Ganesha's big ear represents?
Ma'am, nobody can interact.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, sir. So what is the Ganesha's big ears represents? The listening capacity. Speak less, listen more. And when we say speak less, listen more, means first listen and then speak. And in a daily life also, whenever we are in a more speaking mode, more telling mode, sometimes it creates a conflict. But if we listen, we take a pause and then we speak up. It gives a chance to process our thoughts. So now when we say that the active listening is listen, understand, inquire, summarize, acknowledge the perspective. Now, what are the personal and professional advantage of this active listening? So let's first talk about the client. The client, and client. If you are in a corporate world, that is a different thing. Otherwise, the chartered accountant's life roams around the client. And you know, there is a one very common term, KYC. Know your client. In a banking term, it is a very common thing, know your client, KYC. So here, why I use the term KYC? The reason behind it, client retention or attracting a new client is a very crucial feature of a practicing chartered accountant. If you are a business also, it's a very crucial. Now, I'm putting an example here. Sometimes, suppose a client calls you and sounding frustrated. And they say that the new regulations are a nightmare. I'm frustrated. Now, if you are a chartered accountant without having this without having this skill of active listening, say if it is a passive listening. So what a typical chartered accountant would say, jump to the solution. It might immediately start talking about the compliance steps. And the typical chartered accountant would say to the client, don't worry, I'm there. I would handle everything. And these are the ways we will do the compliance in this way. But if there is an active listening, a chartered accountant hear the frustration first. Because it's a very, as per human psychology, it is a very common tendency that if someone is in a frustrating mode, just give a space to vent him out. So with CA with the active listening can hear the frustration first. Let the client vent out what he is saying, and then he may say, I can see that you are stressed. What is there? Why are you worrying about? Why are you so stressed? Or he can say, what is there? Why do you think that these new regulations are a nightmare for you? Now, what you are doing, you are giving an opportunity, a space to your client to speak more why he is frustrated. Sometimes it happens that you are thinking, being a chartered accountant, you are thinking that client is unnecessarily getting puzzled with a new regulations came. Why he is concerned about, काम तो हमें करना है, we'll take care of it. But maybe that client is thinking that new regulations came, this chartered accountant may raise its bill now. he will increase the fees. I have to appoint a separate person in my organization and I don't want to increase the employee cost now. There may be so many reasons. You are thinking that he is getting frustrated because of the more compliance and he's not understanding the law, but maybe the ground reasons may be something else. And if you are listening, you are active listening, what you are doing, you are building a trust and show how you care about their business, you care about him. And it is not just their balance sheet, it is not just about numbers. You are not just concerned that you just get the client submit the documents to you, you just file the return, you just do the audits and all. So the active, if you are doing an active listening with the client, it will build trust and client will trust you that you are really concerned about that. Okay. And you know, in these words, now this active listening is putting here in a different perspective, in a different way out. But you know, sometimes you have seen among the chartered accountants, sometimes people say that chartered accountant is excellent in his behavior. He's a very social, he's a very good person. Why it is there? Because whenever a client comes, get into the chartered accountant's office, first he will ask, how are you, Sharma ji? How has been? बच्चे कैसे हैं घर पे? Everything is good at home? It is just a connection. It is just a connection. And sometimes, if not being a chartered accountant, sometimes you see that whenever we visit a doctor, and if a doctor giving us a space to speak more, to put our frustration, to put our fear, why we are fearing about, we feel more calm, more comfort with that doctor. And it is same with our clients also. We are doctors of the business. So this is the benefit with the client, building trust with the client. Sometimes how this active listening is important with the colleague. Usually, if we are in a job or even in a CA firm, we are lot many partners, there are colleagues in the office, because only CA cannot do the whole thing. He has to take a support of the colleagues. Now there is these colleagues are very vital part of the organization. I'm putting an example here. Suppose your junior member says, I'm stuck on an audit trail. What is this? Being a chartered accountant, what do you say? You just give the answer. Okay, so you can do it in this way. But if you are an active listener, you would say that, okay, I just heard that you are saying you are stuck up in an audit trail. What is that? Okay, what you have tried so far, where you got stuck? What is the part that is confusing you? Means you are giving an opportunity, a space to other person that he can put his things in front of you. And what is the outcome? If it happens, if active listening is there in a conversation with your colleague, this helps them feel empowered to solve the problems. They feel empowered to solve the problems. What is the meaning of empowered to solve the problems? Means you are not giving solution. You're making them empowered. You are asking, okay, what have you tried so far? Where you got stuck up? What is the part that is confusing you? Means you are acknowledging that colleague's efforts, that he has done something, and you are getting that he has done something, and now you are solving the problem. You are just not suggesting. And what will happen? If it happens, you are growing your team. Because every time you are not available to put the solution, And if you are every time putting your leg into the problem and giving the suggestion, giving the answer, your colleagues, your team will not be independent. Always they think that, okay, sir will come and they tell us the answer. But what you want? You want to get the work in a faster mode, in a brighter mode. So if it happens, you are empowering them how they can get the solution. They should acknowledge that, okay, itna kaam humne kar liya hai. This is the part I am getting confused. I'll ask the sir and he will resolve. So you will have a better relationship with your colleague. Your team will grow up. It will strengthen them up. They will be independent to get the solution of any problem. And later on, they are good enough to handling your clients also. So this is all about the client and the colleague. And they are the most important parts of our practice, of our job, and lot many things. Now, let's talk about the stakeholders. Being a chartered accountant, there are lot many stakeholders around us. They may be our family, our kids, our parents, our clients, our juniors, in a company where we are, if we are doing job, where we are working there, their directors, their board members, or if we are a business, the people who are working with us, our customers, there are lot many stakeholders in us. So how the active listening support the stakeholders? Suppose you are in a boardroom. A board member says, I am not convinced we are moving in the right direction. Suppose you are presenting something and a board member says, a board meeting is going on, a board member says, okay, you are presenting, but I'm not convinced what you are saying. I'm not sure that we are going into right direction. The numbers are all okay, but the board members are not listening to the data and they are feeling uneasy. You are presenting something, you are putting the numbers, you are giving the data, but you are seeing that they are uneasy. Their body language is not supporting whatever you are presenting. Now, if you are a passive listener, you will defend the numbers. You will more focus on the numbers. But if you are active listener, what you would say? You would acknowledge their perspective, their voice tone, their cues, their body language, and what you would say, okay, I appreciate you raising that. Could you please tell me what is the specific thing make it feel uneasy to you, uncertain? And what will happen? Your shift from defending numbers to addressing the true concern. Means now you are not in defending numbers. You are not in a race of putting correctness of your data. Instead of that, you are concerned about the real concerns. When you are putting the numbers, why their body language, why their cues are shows uneasy. And what will happen? If you are in a capacity to understand that perspective, those body language, this shift the focus to the deeper understanding. You are not hearing the words, you are listening to the emotions behind. And this is the most important thing. In a life, we are listening the word, but we are not listening the emotions. But what is the most important thing? Listening the emotions, getting the emotions, what other person wants to say. Because बहुत बार ऐसा होता है हम बोलते कुछ हैं और सोचते कुछ. Our thoughts, our perspective is different, but we are putting words in a different way. So reality is not getting the words, getting the emotions, what other person is saying. So this is the active listening is important for the client, for the colleague, and for the stakeholders. Now, we had the benefit of for the clients, for the colleagues, and for the stakeholders. Now, being a chartered accountant, there are 3 areas which are important to us: our professional front, our personal front, and with the time passing, with the experience we are having, the leadership front. So on a professional front, how active listening supports, it builds trust, improves teamwork, and leads to better decision making. Why it builds trust? Because whenever you are giving space to your client, he or she can share the frustration, the perspective, what he or she is thinking. It improves the teamwork because whenever you are giving the space and you are ready, you are strong enough to hear the other's thoughts, you are inquiring, you are summarizing, you are acknowledging the other perspective, it improves the teamwork and leads to better. When you are understanding better, you can advise better and you can lead to a better decision making. On a personal front, because we chartered accountants, okay, we are excellent at numbers. At the same time, we are also human beings. We have a family life. So it strengthens the relationship when you practice the active listening. At home, you just focus without distractions. You just putting your phone aside and just listen what other person is saying. That is enough. That is enough. So it strengthens the relationship, enhances the emotional intelligence, because your CA degree is just a ticket, but your emotional intelligence, your skills are passport towards the professional world or personal side. And empathy. Yes, this empathy is a very, very interesting word. So whenever how many times I talk about the active listening, always there is a empathy when you use the skills of active listening. And now what is the empathy? So I would, on a lighter side, I would say that empathy is a sister of sympathy. So now what is the sympathy and empathy? Yeah. The sympathy is a sahanubhuti. The empathy is a samanubhuti. What is difference between that? So whenever you are showing a sympathy to someone, you are putting you're showing your sadness in others' grief. But whenever you are showing empathy, you are showing equalness. You are showing that you are understanding the emotions on another space. So when we are active listeners, we are showing the empathy towards others. And the leadership, a person who is listening to the team, who is care the thoughts of the team, who is acknowledge the team's perspective, it is very useful, very important to maintain the morale and motivation of the team. And always a good leader listens more. Always a good leader listens more. He speaks less, listen more. So these are the importance of the active listening in our daily life. Now, so far we have talked about the active listening. And we have talked about what is active listening, how they are benefit to us, to whom it is benefited. Now, I would like to give a just quick check-in to you. In last 24 hours, have you deeply heard by someone? Just remember, in the last week, in the last 3 days, in the last 15 days, you wanted to share something, you wanted to talk about. Did you deeply hurt by someone? Yes, absolutely. हो सकता है. Think so. I'm not sure. Not really. Just think about yourself and put a right answer in or put a most not I would say right. It is most suitable answer in A, B, C, or D. Now, there is a diagram you can see in a screen. A ear, ठीक है, तराजू, something processing, chat, and so on. So, ear is showing that you are listening and understanding. This balance is showing that you are apprehending what is there. The mind is showing that you are processing something. The chat box is saying, then you are responding something. Now, in a professional world, there are 3 levels of listening. In a professional world, there are 3 levels of listening. What are those 3 levels of listening? The level 1 is the surface listening. What is this surface listening? This is the most basic level. You are hearing the words, but only the obvious and literal meaning. So, okay, somewhere a person is saying that today I'm having a headache, I'm not feeling good. Okay, or someone says, I'm not feeling good. You said, what happened? He said, I'm having a headache. So you're just listening the word. And you are getting the obvious literal meaning. Example, a client says, our sales were down 5% last quarter. Client come to your office and he is sharing to you, being a chartered accountant, you are, that our sales were down 5% last quarter. A surface listener will simply note that number and move on. Okay, your sales is down 5% by the last quarter. Okay, let's talk about this. Means you are listening, you are hearing on a surface level, you are listening what other person is saying. It's a literal meaning. Okay, it's a literal meaning. It's a very obvious meaning from a person can get from that state. Now, the level 2 is a core listening. We usually, being a chartered accountant, we do the core listening. Surface listening we do, and we do the core listening. What is core listening? This is where most of us operate professionally. So, if we are not connected to someone, we do the surface listening somewhere. If we are connected to someone, we do the core listening. This is it is operating most of us professionally. So, you are looking for what and how. Just like you, when you analyzing a balance sheet, means in a core listening, you are in inquire mode. Okay. What happened? How it happened? Say, in the last example, our client said that my sale is getting down by 5%. You note the number, this is surface listening. If you are doing a core listening, then when client says that sales were down by 5%, core listener would immediately ask for more data. Okay, what happened? In which products you are seeing that your sale is getting down? In which region you think that your sale is getting down? In which region you are performing great? So what you are doing a core listening. You are just putting emphasis on what and how. This is a core listening, and usually be in our offices, being a practicing chartered accountant, in our corporate offices, what we do? Usually we do the core listening. What happened? How it is? And the third level listening is context listening. And that is the superpower. This is the silent superpower, the contextual learning. What is the contextual learning? It is the highest level of listening when you are listening in a full context, through full emotions, the cues, the nuances that person is putting in front of you, your tone, the unspoken messages. Because in a contextual listening, you are hearing, you are listening the unsaid things, the unspoken words, the unspoken thoughts. What it is? Example. Same example, your clients are saying that sales are getting down by 5% and in a very anxious tone. And if you are doing a contextual listening, you address the anxious tone, they would respond. I can hear how concerned you are about that 5% drop. I can hear how concerned you are about that 5% drop. What is about this number most worrying you? Okay, I'm seeing that this your sales is getting 5% down. What you are worrying about the most? So is it a 5% sale is getting down? That is the real concern or something else? Sometime it happens, there is some family dispute. Some property is about to sell. They wanted to apply a loan. Their key person is resigning. Not many reasons are there. But what you did, you touched up the emotions. You did the contextual learning. What is there? In our first example, when Sharma ji came to office and says that, okay, the results are good, fine, but I'm worried. What is there? When result is good, business is doing good, profit is good, why he is worried? Because he has some deeper concern that he thought of that his son has done the IIT, he will go to the college and do some job and he'll retire in 4 or 5 years. But now Hassan is saying that I'm coming to the business. And your client is not looking at that much potential in the business. So this is a contextual learning, the superpower. You are hearing, you are listening the thing which is unsaid, unspoken. Now, there are two pillars of active listening. Whenever we talk about the active listening, there are two pillars, or I would say that what are the tools of active listening, how we can move ahead with the active listening. So there are two pillars, two tools, two things we can say. Pillar one is a be present. Yana means your presence is very, very, very important. When you do active listening, you want to be an active listener, you have to be present there. Now we will understand in the next slides what is the meaning of being present. And second is you show you are listening. You are present and show you are listening. So the tool one, be fully present. So whenever you are in a conversation, for contextual level listening, you have to be present there. What is the meaning of present there? Create a distraction-free zone. What is distraction-free zone? Sometimes you have also experienced in a huge daily life. You are talking to someone here and he's just on a phone. You are talking to someone and you have spoken one sentence and the person in front of you is just keeping his phone and just scrolling down. You get feel irritated that why I'm sitting here is not listening to me. So whenever a client comes to you, whenever you are talking to your client, be in a distraction-free zone just for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to the extent of the conversation, you just keep your phone aside. Means you have to create a space where client can get your undivided attention. Means you are not checking the email, you are just shut down your laptop and kept aside. Or if in between of the conversation, if you had to ask someone, you just take a permission. Okay, for a moment, can I check my mail? It is something urgent? Can I see a WhatsApp message? With the permission, you can do that. Otherwise, create a distraction-free zone. Just put your laptop aside. Just put your phone aside. Just do the eye contact and just listen what the other person is saying. In a personal example also, in a personal front, in our family, at our home, also we have to be active listener. Whenever you come home, you are scrolling on your phone. You are just you just get into the home, you just sit on a sofa, have a glass of water, or you had a tea and just you are scrolling the phone. And whenever your child or your spouse comes to you and start telling something about their day, about something, you just get irritated. And you say, okay, just shut your mouth. I just came from the office. Let me take some rest. But you are not doing that. You are not giving full presence. So giving full presence at home is a powerful way to build a strong relationship. So whenever with your spouse, with your children, if you want good relationship, instead of materialistic things, just be there, distraction free, focused, concentrated, enjoying the things what your wife is saying, what your husband is saying, what your kids are saying. And so do in the office also. It's the same pattern, it's the same thing. Now, when we are talking about the steps of the active listening, what I said to you, the first step is listen and understand. Listen and understand means be present, listen and understand what other person is saying. And the second step is inquiring, means what is the meaning of inquiring? You are not a police inspector, you are not doing investigation. So ask the powerful questions, the right questions. Suppose a new client wants you to prepare their taxes. New client came to you and he says that, okay, I want to get my ITRs or something. If you are a passive listener, what you will do? Okay, send me the documents, I will check it out. That's it. But if you are an active listener, what do? Okay, so you came here and for me to fill your ITR. Okay, what are your goals for the next 5 years? Are you looking for some expansion? Or you want to resell the entire business? Or what is new in your business? What will happen? It will enhance your trust relationship and it shows that you are really listening to someone, you are concerned. So this is a showing up active listening. An outcome, if it happens, you are a strategic partner of that person. You are just not a text return preparer. At home or with friends, a friend says that they are thinking of the changing jobs. If you are not active listener, you are a passive listener. You just jump to the solution. Okay, do it. Okay, do change the job. But active listener, what is there to make your decision that you should leave the job? Because sometimes happens when your friend saying I am changing a job and you saying that okay, do it. Sometimes if you ask what is there, how you decided that you should leave the job, maybe location is not suiting, there is some other problem, spouse is not okay with the job, they want to change the job for kids education, they are looking for a higher salary, their boss is not understanding them, there are lot many reasons are there. So whenever you are saying that okay, what is driving to make you change, what happened, it helps them process their own thoughts. Means they will put their thoughts on the table and it will get in a more structured manner. And it may be eye-opening to them also. They are thinking that they are changing their job, but if they put their thought on the table, then it will bring out that why the job is required to be changed. So, outcome, it will help them process their thoughts and show you are a supportive listener. The tool 3. Remember, हमने steps पढ़ा था. The listen and understanding. Second one is inquiring. Inquiring means ask the right question. And third one is summarizing, paraphrasing. Repeat and clarify. Okay, repeat means it's not like that. You have to take an exam word to word. You just recite the conversation what had. No, it is paraphrasing the key points. You are showing up your understanding in your own words so that you may bring out the solution. This is a paraphrasing, the repeat and clarify. So professional example, during a team meeting, a colleague suggests a new process for expenses reporting. Okay, so suppose there is a meeting and your colleague comes and he suggests a new process for expenses reporting. If you are an active listener, what you would say, okay, I'm understanding. Let me know that if I am understanding you correctly, you are struggling a new system to reduce manual entries and improve accuracy. Okay, is that right? So what happens? It will give the acknowledgement to the person coming. You are saying that, okay, I'm understanding what you are saying. I'm getting that you are suggesting a new system to reduce the manual cost and improve accuracy. Is it there? Is it right? So by saying this, what you did, you just show up, you are listening and you are validating their idea. You just validating their idea. Okay, so I'm listening that you want to do that. Am I right? Means you are what you are saying. You are summarizing your thoughts in your own words. Suppose at home, your spouse says, I feel like I'm carrying the whole burden of household chores. The passive listener you will ignore, you will not listen, or you jump to the solution. तुम ऐसा नहीं करते हो, you should do this, you should do that, and something. But if you are active listener, you would say that, okay, I heard you. You sounds like you are getting overwhelmed. What is there? So outcome, it's simple act of paraphrasing. You are just acknowledging the concern, and it can de-escalate the tension and lead to a genuine conversation. You are giving a space, other person come and talk to you. So this is the paraphrasing, repeat and clarify. And the more you clarify, the more you repeat, not word to word, just a key part, just a skills. So that other person have a calm, have a peace that, okay, whatever I am sharing with the person, he's getting the right. And your client will be more interested in getting the solution from you. So the beauty of active listening is that skills you use in the boardroom are the same ones you use in your living room. When you master this superpower, you will. Means active listening is a skill which is equally important in an office, in a boardroom, with clients, with customers, in your corporate world, with your boss, with your colleague, everyone, with your spouse, everyone. This is a one skill which is equally important at every sphere of life. You just name me one thing where active listening is not important. Everywhere active listening is important. The more you inquire, the more you summarize, the more you acknowledge the perspective of other, it will give tremendous improvement to your partner, colleague, client, customer, whatever it is. So professionally, if you do an active listener, you will be a trusted advisor, more trusted advisor, a more effective leader, a more intellectual colleague. If you do this, everyone wants to talk about you. Everyone comes to you. You know, you have seen around you that few people are very social. Everyone goes to them for their problems and they give the solution. What is the reason? They are not astrologers. They are the people who wants to who wants to give you safe space. And एक बहुत अच्छी बात बोली गई है, जहां आपको संभल कर नहीं खुलकर बोलना पड़े वहां आप बात करना पसंद करते हैं. Means if every time you have to thought, okay, I should talk, I should not talk, if I say something, that person start giving reaction or he will start judgmental. After some after that point of time, you will just shut your mouth, you take a pause, you don't speak. But there are person with whom you can speak freely, without judgment, without getting the solutions immediately. Then you feel safe. So, if there is active listening, you will become a more trusted advisor, more effective leader, more influential colleague. And personally, it will build deeper relationship, resolve conflicts more easily, become a more empathetic friend and family member. Means आप खुलकर बोलिए, संभलकर नहीं. The person in front of you is ready to listen you. So, in the next, for being active listening, what you can do for the next week, you just pick one conversation. Any conversation at home, with your colleague, with your client, with someone. Your only goal is to apply one tool. Just one tool. Be present or ask a deeper questions or paraphrase what they say. You just be there without any distraction, without any confusion. You just put your phone aside, your laptop aside, just leaning slightly towards that person and ask, what happened? Just listen. Ask meaningful questions, deeper questions, or paraphrase what the other person is saying. And see what the difference is there. And you know, the active listening changed the whole world, and I have practiced this in my own life with my kids, with my colleagues, with my clients. First, listen. Listen in a calm manner. Listen in a peaceful manner. Listen deeply. Just think. Then inquire. Then summarize. Then share the perspective. So, at the end of the topic, I would say that just I am ready to listen. I'm ready to listen. You have to create a no distraction aura. Just take a pause. Sometimes your profession of being a good speaker, as being we chartered accountants are usually get a tagline that we are good speakers, we are best consultants, we are a good advisor. Everyone, we think that everyone come to us to listen. Whatever we will speak, that other person will listen. But no, the perspective has been changed now. First, we have to listen the other person. Then only we can give a best advice. That's it. Thank you. So this was the skill of active listening, what we shared about. We have discussed that what is the active listening? Being a chartered accountant, why active listening is important? What are the levels of active listening? What are the tools of active listening? How we apply the active listening? What are the benefits of active listening on a professional front and a personal front and otherwise? So, Samit sir, this is from my side.
So, Sunal ji,
Yes,
it's done. Can we
yes,
take questions?
yes, we can take questions, but because it was not an interactive session, so we can take the questions.
Let me see. Otherwise, we will close the session. Chat
Okay.
me. Let me check the chat.
Okay.
Yes, so there is no question I can see in the chat box as well.
Okay.
Let we thanks to you, CS Sonal Sabuji. It has been such an honor to be part of this wonderful webcast on active listening, the silent superpower every CA needs, organized by Professional Skill Enrichment Committee ICI. On behalf of the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee ICI, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our speaker, CS Sonal Sabuji, her enlightening session. A wide round of applause and thanks to the organizer, Professional Skill Enrichment Committee ICI, our today's speaker, CA Sonalji, and other stakeholders made the webcast a memorable one. Finally, we would like to thank you all of you present here and helping us make this webcast a grand success. Thank you one and all. Thank you, Sonalji.